Welcome back, guys. DJD one of one here, making my comeback to YouTube. So, as y'all can clearly tell, this is a little bit different of a setup, um, which I believe, honestly, it's always better to improve. So, yeah. Um, so today we are going to be grading the head coaching hires of the NFL, the new head coaches. I'm going to be doing some different stuff. So let me just go ahead and explain it to y'all real quick. So I'm going to be doing more of the kind of sports podcast kind of look. Now, I am still going to be doing some gaming videos. And videos probably aren't going to be as often, but I'm going to try as often as I can to get videos up to y'all. And I'm still going to try to do this as much as I can because I really do love doing this, and I love doing this for y'all. And I have found new ways to improve videos. So, yeah. Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, boom. First one we are going to start with is the Buffalo Bills. Honestly, okay, so let me just go ahead and explain. S is going to be, I feel like there's going to be instant success for the team. A is going to be, I feel like it'll take a year or two to be success. B is going to be kind of the undecided, don't know really enough about the people. C, I think they'll be fired within a year or two. And D, just going to blow up in their face. And it just seems like it's going to not happen. So, starting with the Buffalo Bills, I'm kind of undecided, but I do think that he's going to be successful. He's been with the team. Okay, for those of you who don't know, it is Joe Brady. He's been on the Bills as an offensive coordinator already. He was their offensive coordinator. He is now hired as the head coach. And I don't think that it's necessarily going to be a bad pickup for the team. But I don't think it's going to be the best either. But, you know, he has helped develop this offense, and I just don't know really enough about him, but I do think that there will be success in the next couple of years. I don't know about Super Bowls, but there will definitely be success because that team is already good. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals. They have a very, very deep team, and I do feel like there can be success in a year or two once they kind of get everything down, everything covered. They got Mike LaFleur. He was the Rams offensive coordinator. He did really good at helping progress Matthew Stafford back into his prime. He did really good at helping a bunch of that team progress how it did. And, I mean, heck, look how far they made it. So, yeah, I definitely think that this team can be successful in a year or two, but I don't think it's going to be year one that they're going to get that success. Next up, we have the Falcons with Kevin Stefanski. I'm going to say they are going to be successful, and let me explain here. They have the tools to be able to do it. They have everything that they need. The one thing that they didn't really have is a coach. Stefanski can do it. He proved himself with the Browns early on. He's just got to go back to that. He's now got... Honestly, I wouldn't even worry about Kirk Cousins. I would go straight to worrying about... Is Michael Penix Jr. going to be your quarterback for the future, or do you need to find somebody else? That is the number one question I feel like they should need to answer. And other than that, I think that team can be successful once they get themselves a good quarterback and you know what that's going to be. All right. Next up, y'all, we have the Baltimore Ravens. I'm kind of undecided, but I also don't think that the team is going to be that successful. I think once this team kind of starts going and starts doing its thing, that Lamar Jackson is going to want out. He's not going to want to be on that team anymore. They really messed up in letting go of John Harbaugh and getting a defensive coordinator from the Chargers. Side note, I do think that the new Chargers offensive coordinator is going to do great in Mike McDaniel. But back to it, I just don't know how Jesse Minter is going to do, and I don't see success for him within a year or two with the Ravens. The Ravens is more offensive heavy, not defensive heavy, so I definitely think, while yes, they have some defensive dogs, I don't think that this team's going to be able to have that Super Bowl success that they're going to want without Harbaugh back on that squad. I think that there was a lot more options that they could have went for and decided to not do, and that's what's going to come back to bite them. All right. Next up, y'all, we have the Cleveland Browns. Honestly, this one I'm undecided about. They went out and got Todd Monken from the Ravens offensive coordinator. I mean, we saw how he did with Lamar this past year. Wasn't the best. But previous years before that, I mean, Lamar was an MVP candidate. If he can turn Sanders into that, I definitely think that that is something down the road that he can be very, very successful, but I don't think he can do that year 1 or year 2. It's going to be year 3 or 4. It's just going to be interesting to see kind of what he does with the team first. So that's kind of where I'm undecided about it. I don't want to say he's going to do really, really good or he's going to do really, really bad because I can't sit here and, know, obviously. Because, well, yes, I think he can do good and I think he could also do bad because it's the Browns. I have an argument for both sides. So I'm just putting that in kind of an undecided for now. Next up, who I think, honestly, is a really, really good signing. We have old offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks, Clint Kubiak. I think it's going to take him a year or two to adjust to being a head coach, but this Raiders team is ready. I definitely think that. Once they get themselves a quarterback this year in Fernando Mendoza, I think that this team is going to do very, very well. You have Ashton Genty. You have solid receivers that can catch the ball. You have Bowers. Your offensive set is set. Like, he's probably more of an offensive-minded coach right now, and I think that that's going to be perfect for him. Definitely going to have to work on that defense and that defensive mindset, I feel like. But other than that, I mean, I think that he's going to be successful, but probably not year 1 or year 2. Because I definitely think it's going to take him a year or two to adjust to also being a head coach. Jeff Hafley for the Miami Dolphins, the Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator. I want to say it's the same as the Browns, but I don't really see there being success here at all. I think honestly, this is going to be the least successful of all the coaches. I think he's going to be fired next year or in 2 years, because it's the same situation with Mike McDaniel. He doesn't know how to be a head coach. He's never been a head coach. He can win a couple games, but I don't think he's really going to be able to progress the players like he should. I do think that he did really good on the Packers as a defensive coordinator, but I don't think that that'll transition into being a head coach until later on down the road. You know, they went out, got a very young defensive coordinator, and we've seen kind of that same story with how they did with Mike McDaniel, and I think it's going to work out about the same way. You know, they just need a lot done, and I don't think that any coach really right now, unless they've already made a name for themselves, is going to be able to get that done. Next up, we have probably the best coaching signing of this year. Instant success, the New York Giants, John Harbaugh. Like I said, Ravens are going to miss him, but John Harbaugh is arguably the best signing of this year. And, I mean, I don't really have to say much. He had very good success with the Ravens. He had very good success in college. His brother, Jim, with the Chargers, has had very good success. And I don't think that there's a whole lot more to say about it. Other than he's just a success story, and he's going to be successful maybe year one. If not, it's going to be year two. So he could go into either of those categories, but I do think that he can be successful year one if he gets Dart on the right track. He can keep Neighbors healthy. He can use Scadaboo how he's supposed to. Tyrone Tracy. That whole team is young, and he has the opportunity to progress them however he wants to be able to win. Next up, we have the Steelers. I definitely think that year one or year two or year three, they can have success with the new Mike McCarthy signing. I do think that, you know, like I said, like, it can be year one, but it could also be year two or year three. They don't really have a quarterback figured out. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think, is the answer. He played really, really good this year, but you had one good year of him, and he's old. I don't see that translating very well. So I definitely think that there's a lot to think about when it comes to that coaching. So, yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot more that they can figure out. But other than that, like, I think he will be successful. And lastly, we have the Titans getting Robert Saleh. I'm on the same side as the Browns there. He's been a head coach before. Obviously, it didn't work out. He had to go down to San Francisco, become a defensive coordinator. I don't know. Really. Because there's a reason he's not a head coach anymore. But he was. So, obviously, someone thought he was good enough. And I honestly just think that either way, he could be successful, but he could also fail. This is a Titans team that you don't really know what's going to happen with them, because you have a very young, promising Cam Ward. But other than that, like, what do you have? You have a couple of players that can play ball, And other than that, like, I just don't see much of them having much of anything. So, what do? That's just where I'm at. I don't really know what much they can do, but hey, I mean, they went out, they got themselves probably not who they wanted, but they got themselves somebody, and I mean, that's about all you can ask for. So, I definitely think that all of these coaching signings could work out. I mean, heck, this is where you would expect all of them to be. And most of them, I do feel like are going to work out within a couple of years. Some of them not right away. Like, this could easily be up here, for all I know. Like, I'm no expert, but what the heck? But yeah, I mean, for all I know, they could all work out. None of them could work out, and they could all get fired next year. I'm no expert. I just share my opinions, my truth, and that's it. Also, I wanted to let y'all know I have partnered up with Advanced Energy. I will give y'all more information about it later, probably in a short. But yeah, I've partnered up with Advanced Energy, and we're going to be working together a little bit. I will have a coupon code for y'all and everything. So yeah, y'all go purchase it, try it out, see what you think. And yeah. Alright, well, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all, it's been a pleasure. I honestly have really enjoyed doing this. I love sports. This is, I feel like, my calling to do. So I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Alright, see y'all. Peace.